are brown. All the leaves are brown. TikTok is rotting my brain. You have no idea. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am yet again with another background because I am not yet again in my house because I am in the process of moving some stuff. So today we are here. And this was the best I can do. Please cut me some slack. I know it changes every other video, but I promise I will be a little more consistent in the new year. Also, if you hear any English accent sweeping through, it's because I'm watching Bridgerton and I have no idea what my accent is actually like. So today we're going to be talking about all the books that I really want to read in 2021, since I said I wouldn't make reading plans and then I did. So who's the dumbass here? I am. As always, I am. So let's start with some of the Christmas gifts that my friends have got me, friends and family, because I think they know that I'm a reader. I don't think you can tell by walking into my house, right? My dear friend Julia from the channel Alaska Less, I'm going to link it up here or down there, got me a book for Christmas, and I got her a book for Christmas, but I don't think my book got to her on time for it to be a Christmas present, but hers did. So she got me Franny and Zoe by J.D. Salinger, and she annotated it for me. I don't deserve you. Truly, I don't. Then a present that I actually, like, I was in the bookstore and I said to my mom, oh, I really want this book. And she said, well, I'll buy it for you. And then I bought it with my money. So it's kind of a present because the spirit was there. But it's Haruki Murakami, Abbandonare un gatto. This is one of the only memoirs that he ever wrote. This is it says here that it's like an unpublished novel, and the original title is, oh god, I'll try. Neko suteru chichioya ni tsuite kataru toki ni boku no kataru koto. It talks about him as a child and his father and a cat, and it's really short, so I cannot wait to read this. Then my aunt got me a book about female orchestra directors. It's called Le Sorelle di Mozart by Beatrice Venezzi. The title translates to the Mozart sisters. So it's all about musical directors and musicians. So I am a musician, so I am very interested to read this. This is a non-fiction novel. And then my friend Sarah got me a present, and I am so overwhelmed. I don't have it here because it's already in Venice in my home, but she got me the Gideon the Nymph, Harrow the Nymph, like first two books in that series by Tasmin Moore. So she says that she got me those books because she knows that I'm going to read them and then lend it to her. So it's kind of a double-edged present because it talks about Sapphic nuns into space, and we are both Sapphic girls, so I think we are going to be loving this a lot. Now let's go into the category of books that I don't actually own but I really want to read in 2021, so I will be probably purchasing them or like get them from friends and family or libraries. So this book was made for me, like was truly made for me. It's called, sorry, I have to read it. It's called Persephone Station by Stina Leicht, and is a Hugo Award nominated book, and it has been described as a space opera, one of my favorite things ever. And it's for fans of The Mandalorian, which, if you know me, I am. I love The Mandalorian series. And Cowboy Bebop, one of my favorite animes of all time. Was this book made for me? Yes, yes. Am I going to read this? Yes, absolutely yes. The next one is kind of a particular choice for my books, and it's Kingdom of the Wicked by Karen Maniscalco. And it's the first one in a series. I think it's called the Kingdom of the Wicked series. Kingdom is such a difficult word to pronounce, but I really want to read this book for one reason only, actually, because it's set in Italy. It's set, I think, where? In Sicily? It's set in Sicily, and we are talking about streghe, which is the Italian word for witches. I am very, very interested in how Carrie Maniscalco will portray Italian culture. I hope she will do a great job about it, because Italian culture is very particular, and it's also very weird, seen from foreign countries, so we will see. As you probably know, if you've been subscribed for quite some time, I am a Jeff Vandermeer fan, like super fan. I read everything that he publishes and I love it. That's my MO. I buy his books and then I love them. There's no in between. I always love them. And I read one of his books that is called Born earlier, I think this year or last year, and I loved it a lot. And I didn't know there was a sequel called Dead Astronauts, because it has never been published in Italy. Still, I am very mad that I didn't know that it had a sequel. But I'm going to read it, even if I have to read it in English. I really want a translation because the translators for his books are very, very good, but alas. I mentioned this next book, I think in one of my other videos, but I'm going to mention it again. It's one of my most anticipated releases for next year. It comes out on March 2nd, and it's In the Quick by Kay Hopeday. And it's Sapphic Astronauts in Space, and I don't need to know anything else, even though... Yeah, so the synopsis is, let me read it to you. A young, ambitious female astronaut's life is upended by a fairy love affair that threatens the rescue of a lost crew in this brilliantly imagined novel in the tradition of Station 11 and The Martian. Two of my favorite books, like, ever. So, you can say I'm very excited, because I am. I've seen no one talk about this book, aside from some Twitter posts about book covers with fat protagonists, and I was very, very drawn to this one, and it comes out on March 9th, and it's called Starfish by Lisa Phipps. It talks about a fat protagonist that gets fat shamed a lot, and she really wants to revolutionize her situation, and it talks about swimming. So if you don't follow me on my Twitter, you probably wouldn't know that I am a professional swimmer. I've been swimming since I was 5, and I've been swimming for 17 years now. So I am so excited every time I find some books that talk about swimming, and this especially has my attention. It wouldn't be my channel if I didn't talk about some Star Trek. And there's only one book that I want to read next year with a fiery passion in my soul, and it's More Beautiful Than Death by David Mack. I have reasons, because I have to talk about this book. One, it's written by David Mack. David Mack was one of the writers for the Star Trek series Deep Space Nine, but he also wrote one of my favorite Star Trek books, and it's part of a series. It's called Harbinger. It's part of the Vanguard series, and he wrote one of the few sapphic couple in sci-fi that I was not expecting. I was so in love with. I still think about it all the time. And he writes such, I don't know, thrilling sci-fis. So that's one of the reasons. The second reason is because, just look at the cover. It has two of my favorite actors in it, which are Christopher Pine and Zachary Quinto. So I am very excited, and he sounds like he took the protagonists from the reboot movies and put them in a Star Trek the original series episode, which I am here for it. The last book that I want to talk about is a book that I've already talked about, and as one of this author's previous book is being hated by everybody, So, we're talking, of course, about Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline. There was a phase here in book 2 where everybody loved Ready Player 1. Everybody in quotation marks, of course. And then Armada came out and everybody hated it. I didn't. I loved it. I loved it a lot. I have 2 copies of the book. And now that Ready Player 2 has come out, I am very scared. I am so scared because nobody likes it. Like, I've seen so many 1-star reviews of that book. But since I'm very particular about my books, and I am very, like, underlined, very easily entertained, I think I'll be fine. It really has to be something greatly devastating to make me hate a book. Cue Warcross by Mary Lou. But I'm still excited because I love this kind of books and I loved his previous books. I will still buy it and read it because that's what I'm about. So, we have arrived at the end of the video. As always, please let me know if you are excited about any of these books down in the comments, because I always read them, always reply. Check out some of the important links in the descriptions. There are some petitions, some place where you can donate, especially for people in the Philippines right now. There's so many things going on in this world that you probably don't know about if you maybe are not on Twitter or don't read newspapers a lot, or if you live in specific countries, so please check them out. Also, socials, yes, I have them. So if you want to connect with me, I have a Twitter, I always respond there. I also have a Goodreads if you want to know what I'm reading, and I have an Amazon wishlist, which you can ignore. But if you want to know which other books I want to read in 2021, that's the list. Yeah, okay, I'm out of breath. I hope you could bear with my ugly ass background for one more video, because in 2021 I want to step shit up. I think I'll see you in the next video, and since this is probably the last video of the year, I think I'll see you in 2021. Fingers crossed for 2021. Yeah, goodbye. Goodbye.